Nahida C2 and Ito C1, let's see how they perform on the current Abyss. So on the current Abyss, as you already know, there is a 75% geo bonus, which allow us to get some very old team out of the desk, and it's been so long that I haven't been playing this team. It's very nice to get to use them again. You're gonna see some good numbers popping up. As you know, Ito hits like a truck when he has the proper setting. So about the constellations, Ito is C1 in the current team. Goru, his best support, is C6. Albedo is actually C2, which is something rare enough to mention it. It's not gonna bring a lot, to be honest, but still. And the god of Geo, of course, Zhongli, is C0. So yeah, basically right now you're gonna see me smashing some current enemies. Not much to say here, but the other floor is gonna be even more fun to watch because of Nahida and her setup. Full bloom team. Yeah, so we're gonna see what's gonna happen right now. So I'm ulting with Nahida, doing the basic combo here, putting some Hydro, some Dendro, ulting with Forina. I don't know how you call her, like Forina, whatever. Some ults are popping here, and then it's like blooming and popping everywhere. As you can see, it's pretty fast. This is like literally since Nilou came out and her combo with the god of plants. It's one of my favorite team, and it's so powerful actually. You just put your setup, meaning applying some Dendro and Hydro very fast, and then it starts to do the job, and you keep refreshing all this debuff to the enemies. So back to the Geo team, again, like unlike the other one, you can see big numbers popping as well. Yeah, Albedo ulting, boom, 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 boom. Very nice. It's gonna be finished very soon as well. Like I said, the first floors, they're not really hard. I'm not even showing the 9th and the 10th because you know, it's very easy. So yeah, passing the stages. Back to the Bloom team. So we're struggling a little bit more because this enemy is alone, and this team performs the most in AoE situations, not in single targets. But still, you're gonna see some good damage, mainly because of Nahida being C2 here. You know, she decreases the defense. Her blooms can crit, and mixed with the Nilou combo, of course, it's completely broken. A lot of mastery here in the statistic and regular stats with PV and stuff for the other character. We have some healing as well here. That is gonna keep our team completely safe most of the time. So yeah, and then we're done. And to the final room 3. So yeah, let's get into it. Nothing really hard again, like you're pretty much safe because you have the Geo element protecting you against any kind of other element, so you're gonna be shielded, plus Zhongli shields. So once you have both of the shields, you're pretty free to go and just hit the targets again and again and again, and bada boom. And there you go. So final floor for 11th stage. Applying Nahida's E and Hydro with Nilou ulting, and here we go. It starts to explode everywhere. Ulting again for the boost of mastery and elements. Farina as well. And here you go, already finished. It's very, very nice to play. So back to the 12th floor now, where things gets much more serious actually, with enemies hitting harder and having a whole new pack of HP. So you need damage. Literally, if you want to 3 stars the whole 12th floor Abyss, you need damage. Either it's AoE situation or single target. You're gonna need both if you want to succeed. Of course, you can do it with the full 4-star team, as long as the team is good, obviously, and you have like good artifact stats. Good numbers here as well. The advantage here is for this boss, there are two targets, so we're gonna take advantage of the AoE situations, but the problem is they are not often linked together. So right now they are, so we can see a good amount of damage. But as you can see as well, even though the team is pretty strong and I have some constellations and stuff, still it takes a little bit of time to kill the bosses. They do have a lot of HP. So yeah, this floor is not really easy, to be honest, especially the further you go, but still it's manageable. As long as you can dodge, which is not always something we want to do. We like to put a shield on and to just keep hitting stuff. Right now you need to be a little bit more careful, especially in this kind of team where right now I swap from the Geo team to Nahida team, like in autofocus for him. I don't have a healer in this one, but it's not needed. He has the 4-star weapon that heals a little bit, and his passive of course heals him as well. Plus Zhongli shield, that is Zhongli like we call him in the area. It's gonna make you safe the whole time if you are being careful a little bit at least. So right now the struggle with this team, struggle if I may say so, is to make sure you use the dispersion with the wind element with Kazuha on the water debuff and not on the electric debuff, so that you get the full damage for Nahida, which is the main DPS here. So this is the end of the boss, and now we're going back to AoE situation. So of course Bloom team and Nahida and Nilu, this amazing combo doing their jobs. And I picked up Yelan for this floor because of the single target as well, because you're gonna see that there will be one boss in single target situation. So we're gonna need a little bit more of damage input for the single parts. Again, like in AoE, it's pretty easy. Some fire flowers to kill here. Shouldn't take too long though. There you go. Even Yelan alone is such an amazing character. I love this pack. It makes me feel like I'm in World of Warcraft dungeon or something, like 5 or 4 enemies, and you just massive AoE them. The shield though, I don't know if you experienced it, but it's so annoying sometimes. Like you put your full setup and they just pop the shields and you're like, okay. But it doesn't really matter with this kind of team. It's exploding from every part, so they can shield whatever they want. It's not gonna work for a long time. Yeah, as you can see, it was pretty fast this phase. And back to the solo targeting. This boss is not really hard, but it takes a while to kill actually. He has some decent HP. Let me know in the comments as well, what team did you use? Like, what team did you feel comfortable with? What kind of constellations do you have? Did you try to take a maximum of characters, or did you try to focus on some of them and to make them super strong? For me, I would say it's half-half. Sometimes I really love a character, so I'm gonna try to have like C1 or C2, even if it's not on the first run. But like for Nahida, it took me, I think, maybe 1 year or 2 to have her fully, not fully, but C2. And I really don't regret it. It's not bringing something into the gameplay area, but it's so funny to see so many big numbers popping out of the blooming stuff that you know, it's a lot of fun. So yeah, here we're destroying the final phase of the boss, hitting the little ad he pops. You probably know it already, but the one you need to target is the one with the shield around, so that it's visually known. And once you're done, you can hit the core boss again, and that's it. So now we're in the final room. And this is the part where the Bloom team is not really good, to be honest. I struggled a little bit, and that's why I put Yelan to complete the solo targeting DPS. It's not optimal, but regarding the two previous rooms, still I chose the Bloom team because I feel a lot comfortable. You can still see some big numbers, like almost 70k with a Nahida blooming, and the C2, of course, like I said, it's making a huge difference. Yeah, here I swapped to the healer to get the HP back. And then, yeah, you avoid the damage, which can get high really quick, so you need to be careful here. If you take some, you heal them up, and then you go back to applying Dendro and Hydro, and let the Bloom do the stuff. 56k here, with the Yelan shot as well, completing the damage. Again, it's not fully optimal, but the damage is here, and since we completely smashed the two first floors with this team, it's fine to lose a little bit of time here, especially that the second team is gonna be more single target oriented, and we're gonna be fine with the timer. Basically, as long as you take around 1 minute 30 seconds for one floor, it's fine for the other one most of the time. So this team is really good for this boss because of the synergy between Neuvillette and Zhongli. Neuvillette is here to be the main damage dealer, of course, and Zhongli's shield is allowing him to do his damage in a decent way without being interrupted when you don't have the C1. But Zhongli is even more important against this boss because he's gonna melt, and you're gonna see it multiple times. The boss shield, you see, you ult, he loses a lot of shields, and then you E, and he loses again a lot of shields, and then you finish. You apply Hydro, you disperse it with the wind element, and then you put Fischl, and you smash things with Neuvillette. Classic combo here. I'm not always getting the element I want on the Kazuha ult, but still it's completely fine. Like Neuvillette, our dear brother Neuvillette is here to perform with the damage, and of course Fischl brings a good amount of damage as well. So final phase here, we're gonna melt the shield again, like I said with Zhongli. We're ulting, using the dispersion. Fischl E, ult again, and then Neuvillette doing Neuvillette stuff. And that's it, guys. This is how you kill the current Abyss with some constellations. It's easier, of course, but you have plenty of videos showing you how to do it with a free character as well. And yeah, we're looking forward to see the new Abyss coming in a few days. So guys, stay tuned. We will cover them with a different team. Let me know if there is any kind of team you want to see, and I'll do that as well. Take care of you, and see you soon. Bye.